You need me to do the 5. Hello and welcome to the reading room. You're here to listen to the nation's story. Mrs. Considine has read all of your work and sewn it together to make one large community story that you've all contributed towards. Every day your writing gets a little bit better, and it really does cheer me up when I read it. I've got a little announcement to make today though. This is the last time we're going to gather together in the reading room. You see, I'm getting so much work and I'm getting far too busy, and it just so happens I'm running out of time to read all of the work, and I want to read it all and I want to share it all. So I think probably how we need to move forward with super sentence stackers is still work hard in the classroom, still send me work, but I'm actually going to run out of time trying to build it into a story. So this is our very last time together in the reading room. But don't worry, I will still be teaching you every day, because the teaching and learning is the most important part of what we have to do at the moment. Okay, so we're reading Partly Cloudy, and let's have a look. Who are the finalists in the nation's story today? Ben Cooper, you're 7 and you wrote plot point 1. Elsie Mirza, you're 10 and 8 months. Wow, 8 months making all the difference, of course. Amelia Anna Giragascu, I hope I said that right. You're 10, writing 3. Anna, you're writing plot point 4 and you're 11. Reuben Hughes, you're 11, writing plot point 5. Jack Atlarep, you're 11, writing plot point 6. Jacob Buxton, 9, writing chunk 7. Reyes Ahmad, you're 11, writing chunk 8. And Mr. Carruthers, oh, you naughty, naughty, naughty boy. You didn't tell me how old you were, but you made it as a finalist into plot point 9. Oh, Mr. Carruthers, you are working hard for me at the moment in our teacher squad. Okay, here we go, everybody. Partly Cloudy. Above the streets and houses, a muster of storks were nimbly gliding. The dream makers were swooping down to drop off perfect presents. First, the graceful bird delivered a cute baby. Another stork fetched a pair of furry soft kittens, and at the same moment they delivered 2 yapping puppies. How many babies would be delivered today? They set off to get more babies, and the storks soared high in the morning sky. And soon they would meet the cloud creators. And over the minuscule towns, the scream soothers, the cloud creators, floated around gently. They were loved by the ever-working storks for their friendly nature. The clouds moulded and made and crafted and created many babies, not just those that were human. Some were kittens, some were puppies, but they were all adorable. And the sun shone while the clouds were forming presents galore. The storks were swooping and soaring back and forth with all the deliveries, and the sweet flavour of happiness was everywhere. Could it have been more perfect? And as the storks were racing through the clouds, new life was being spawned from every mist maker. Puppies, kittens, babies. And when you moved upwards, one of the wisp creators sculpted a perfect puppy, which yapped and yelped, and all the clouds created small white bones for their puppies to fetch, and they were all wrapped in linen cloth. And if you fly over all the cloud makers, you can see a carefully crafted baby boy. Oh, the little boy started to cry. Oh, how could the marshmallow clouds stop the baby from crying? A rugby ball. And it stopped immediately. The clouds wandered for a second, then turned around and made a rugby helmet. And then after, they popped it on the baby's head, and the stork, who was watching all over this magic, shook his head because it was so funny. And the cloud maker made it disappear. The stork picked up the parcel and flew away. And over the neighbourhood and above the boulevard, the vast sky was embedded with all the crafty clouds. The happy clouds giggled and chuckled high in the blue sky, except for one. Gus. Gus, who was not like the others. He was designed, his job was to design mischievous, rowdy and raucous little critters. The other wisp inventors created adorable and innocent animals. But due to this, Gus didn't have any friends, apart from one and very loyal Peck, the delivery stork. The cloud moulded and sculpted the fluff, forming a crocodile hatchling, and Peck swooped down and landed by his side. Gus bundled the little rascal up into a delicate soft sack. How could Peck ever survive like this? In the land of the blue sun and sky, Peck delivered packages, and every day was the same thing. He got plucked and chomped, all because he was working with the one cloud Gus. Oh, well, he always returned back to Gus, but it was such a difficult job for him, and he never knew what Gus's next creation would be. Oh, thankfully, it was going to be, or he hoped for, a precious baby. No, a goat that rammed him right in the beak. Oh dear. Peck looked up at the other clouds and thought, I wish my life was easy like those. I wish I could work with some of the other clouds, he thought. I wish my life could be like that. But he had a job to do. He had to work with Gus. Oh dear, he was getting battered and bruised. When will the misery end? Peck huffed and puffed all the way back to Gus, and finally he'd finished his masterpiece and presented it to Peck. This might not be that bad, thought the stork. You can call him Hokey Pokey, chuckled Gus as he turned the wisp of cloud into a prickly porcupine. Peck lay his wings on it and panicked and let out loud, "Ah!" He tossed the wiry animal high into the air, and with the other wing, and he was playing hot potato with it. Gus grabbed Hokey Pokey before Peck could hurt himself any more, and wrapped it in a bag, and the prickles were standing out everywhere. Peck cautiously took the bag off Gus. Oh, why did this puff daddy have to create such dangerous cargo, thought Peck, and he flew above the houses. Hours later, Peck came back, prickled, taking all the prickles in his head. Gus painfully yanked them out for him, and without thinking, he squeezed the exhausted Peck tightly between his fluffy arms. The hug was so tight that Peck almost choked. Oh, Gus used one of his cloud mastermind ideas to create a snappy shark for Peck to deliver. Oh, in shock, he tumbled off the cloud and thought, no, I am not delivering that. Not a shark. And hearing the chirping of some chicks, Peck decided to flutter to that cloud. Why can't I deliver cute things? He thought. Gus's eyes welled up with fuzzy tears. How could Gus keep his feathered friends safe when delivering precious parcels? Gus, the worst cloud creator, had felt betrayed. His only friend had left him for another cloud. He was furious. Thunder and lightning ignited ferociously out of Gus's cloud, and his heart was clutched by tense fingers, squeezing his heart tighter and tighter. Then Gus turned around to see that his stork had given a bag to another cloud. Gus was lonely, and droopiness hugged him like a blanket, and a stream of tears shot down from his cloud like hailstones, and his cloud got darker and thicker. Sobbing and whimpering, Gus saw something out of the corner of his eye, a white feather. Not just an ordinary white feather, a white feather that belonged to his one and only true friend Peck. And swooping down from the cloud sculptures above, his companion returned with gifts from above. He unravelled to reveal stork protection equipment to save him on his deliveries. Oh, Gus revealed his next drop-off, a large green lightning and electrifying eel. Peck smiled at Gus after his frazzling experience, and in return received a comforting hug to thank him. Why would he want to be friends with anyone else? Oh, that really did cheer me up. You know, I am sad that I'm not going to be able to read your stories, but there is so much writing. There is now too much writing, but do send it in to me because I will look at it. I will choose my best bits and celebrate them on Twitter and Facebook. And do not worry, I am still your writing specialist, here to help you every day. I'll be in the classroom tomorrow, same time, 9:45, and we've got a magical, mystical wonder in a film called The Dream Giver. I think you're going to really like it. See you tomorrow, everybody.